All right, people, I got a special update for Baba. Baba is set up to test 116 to 122. The April 21 call. The April 21 110 calls could be used for a super move if this can confirm. I will explain the facts, people. Yeah, people, so, a lot of people ask me why I was criticizing the move up here, and I'm going to explain the reasoning. First of all, on the 13th, many thought this was a breakout. And in turn, this flopped. Okay, so if you take the high of this day to this day, that's a pretty huge swing to the downside. And I'm pretty sure people who bought that got stopped out or lost money on this move. That's fact one. Fact number two, I explain, in my opinion, this type of stock needs to break out on strong volume. And this, to me, is not strong volume in this kind of pattern setup. When it comes to real moves, I am an expert to this stuff. I did this with Selgin, in the face of Selgin, and I embarrassed many, many people on the Selgin move for many, many weeks in a row, demonstrating how you would lose money in the options if you bought that 107 breakout. Even though and you know what? To this day, it hasn't gone anywhere. Just like I explained. All right, people. So I don't gotta back myself up because we're gonna see what happens with Baba now. Now I can assure you, if Baba wants to confirm, here's the big picture, people. If Baba wants to confirm, we're gonna make money. So what is my theory is this: the best. It's not the lowest price to get in; it's the correct price to get in. Believe me, if you want to catch big moves like my BA plan, you want to take action on the right setups and the right. Even though I paid higher, it did. You know what? I paid 171 for the BA trade, and the stock went to a high of 186. Whether I got in at 169 or 170, it didn't matter. It confirmed properly in my books at 171, and it was a clear buy. And whether you bought it at 169 or 171, you were highly profitable. But when trades fail, you could lose, especially if you're an option trader, and this is an option plan. So let's talk about this BABA, what it needs to do to confirm. BABA needs to break above 108 on some strong action volume. Strong action volume is 2 million on a 10-minute chart. I say if. Now, I want to make some points here. Now, if, and I would wait for at least the first. I don't care if we get above 108. If we want 108 and we want to see 2 million come in. So even if it's at 108 and a half, who cares? Doesn't matter. If it's at 108 and a half and we got the 2 million, boom, you want to get in this thing, because this thing here has a possibility to go to 116 to 122. Okay, so here's what I'm saying. But if the volume isn't there, I would want to watch the space above 109, 106, and look for power through 108 and a half to 109. And I will tell you if it confirms or not on Power Trick or Trade on Stock Twits or on Twitter. Okay, so follow me for good advice. Let's see what happens, people. Because I'm telling you, according to my visionary line system, we're at a very key pivot point, and this close, first of all, wasn't good. Make another point. This was not the best close, but still, if we can confirm, we can negate that one negative signal according to my system. All right, people, let's take a look at the options. All right, people, so here we are at the Yahoo Finance board, and BABA closed at 107.25 on March the 20th. Let's take a look at the options, and okay, we're going to look at the April 21 calls. And I want to make a point here, and we're going to document this, okay? And so here you see that the 110 April 21 calls are trading for $1.40. They have a good 10-cent spread. You can see there's a lot of open interest. So like I said, if this stock is seriously going to confirm, and we hit any of my targets, the minimum we would get is about 100% gains on a low end. But 300, 400% gains in these 110 calls are possible, right? And so the key is confirmation, because if we don't confirm, BABA can just simply chop and go nowhere, and for option traders, you'll just lose money. But if this can confirm, See, I'm about confirming and taking a nice quick ride with the options at a good inflection point. And you know, BABA is at an inflection point, and failure to confirm my plan equals more chop in that 107 to 102 area. And again, then it'll set up for better returns. So we're gonna see what my video. We're gonna see how this plays out. You know, how about I'm not bearish Baba. I just wanted to confirm properly, and you know I'm more right than wrong when it comes to these things. I'm telling you, this thing needs to show power, and you know what? Today it didn't, and they basically brought it back down to the 107 area. It's not a bad close, but you know what? Now you need to show the power. It's still at a key inflection point, and with targets of 116 to 122, you're going to make a killing with these 110 calls. Look at that. Look at the trading here. Look at the trading, people. Even the 105s, lots of trading, lots of open interest. Question is, are we going to chop or are we going to start moving and making some real money for these options? Because Baba has been chopping for weeks. All right, people, if you like my plan, I suggest you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Power Target Trades. See the standard Power Target Trade? It's going to appear here in a circle format at the end of the video. Simply click on it, and it'll be an easy way to subscribe. Another good reason to subscribe to my YouTube channel is there's a lot of great links, like my Power Target Trades website, which has a lot of great informational videos to show you the power of my timing techniques. Confirmation is key, people. As you can see, study the videos, people. I have a set system that works more often than not, greater than 80%, catching huge gains. Like, for example, the BA trade, just a huge winner, over 400% gains in the options of the with monthly options, people. Very safe. You know, that kind of thing where if you want to drop 60K on a solid trade like that, you know, risking 2K to make 60K, double more, well, actually 60K. You get the picture. A lot of money. You know, my idea is very highly scalable. You know, Power Trigger Trade Shy. I'll give you an example. It dropped 60K on was it 35? Yeah, 35 or 40K on an option trade for GM, and in 2 days made 60K profits. That's because of solid planning techniques. This is no word of a lie, people. So, again, destroying most of these so-called professionals out there with the little day trading donkey ideas that they have. They could never drop. They will never drop that kind of money on a trade because their plans are wimpy. They're sucky. Anyways, people, if you want solid plans, solid ideas, solid facts, simply subscribe to Power Target Trades, the leader in plans. Confirmation is key, people. Study the videos, people. You study the facts. We only go into trades when they confirm, and when they confirm, more often than not, they make money. Listen, people. If anybody tells you they're 100% correct, they can go fly a kite. Because you know what 100% correct is? I'm going to tell you what it means to me. It means to me I go bet $100 million on any trade because I'm going to double it for sure. And then I'll go and bet another 200 million the next day, and that's what 100% certainty means. Unfortunately, nobody's 100% certainty. Nobody. Not billionaires, because the difference between a billionaire and regular people is they can afford to be wrong and take massive losses and still be on top. Most people cannot. And Power Trade's trigger system is about trying to minimize the risk and maximize the gain. That is what my system is about. And this is a lesson to be learned and proven over and over and over again by my system that simply is the best. Follow me for more great advice. See for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Study what I'm saying and see the truth. All right, people. So there you have it. A great video update. Thanks for listening. Like the video.